Salem, Oregon. Last week, Montana reported its first case of a free-ranging deer testing positive for chronic wasting disease. The deer was harvested by a Montana hunter, and its carcass was brought to Oregon by the hunter's relative, who lives in Madras and was cited, officials said Friday. In a joint news release, Oregon State Police and the Oregon Department of Fish and Wildlife said the parties involved failed to follow regulations that prohibit certain parts of deer, elk, and moose that contain central nervous system tissue, where the prion that causes CWD is most concentrated, from being brought into Oregon. People hunting in states with CWD who harvest a deer, elk, or moose may only bring back parts without spinal cord or brain tissue, e.g. antlers on a clean skullcap. See page 29 of the Oregon Big Game Regulations under Parts Ban for more information. ODFW and OSP contacted the relative late last week after learning from Montana Fish, Wildlife, and Parks that the deer had tested positive for CWD. They discovered that prohibited parts containing neurological tissue had been brought into Oregon and had been disposed of in the local area following butchering. ODFW and OSP said they immediately retrieved these deer parts for safe disposal. Some parts of the deer also went to a landfill, officials said. ODFW said it was unable to locate and retrieve these parts as too much time had passed since their disposal. However, officials said the parts are deeply buried and will not come into contact with deer or elk, so are considered a low risk to free-ranging wildlife. Following an investigation, OSP Fish and Wildlife Division troopers criminally cited the relative, who they did not identify, for unlawful import of cervid parts from a CWD state. Troopers also recovered packaged deer meat, as well as additional parts of the infected deer which will be safely disposed of by ODFW staff.